Good morning, Hope Fiends. Today's message or video is about morning meditation. Or I'm going to tell you a little bit about my morning meditation. I'm going to go a little bit further than just that. But what I usually do when I wake up in the morning is I'll do my readings, and I like to go to an NA chat room, and I'll talk to a few people, get my mind focused on recovery. I normally call my sponsor. I text like 4 or 5 people just to let them know, hey, good morning. It's just to keep my irons in the fire, so to speak. I got to keep my mind focused on recovery because as soon as I get complacent, I always screw up. That's the story of my life. Um, so I try to keep my brain recovery focused. And I try to help people whenever possible because it's really hard to feel sorry for yourself when you're helping someone else. And I'm very guilty of sitting on the pity potty. I do it quite often, and it's not hard to do. So, like I said, I wake up in the morning. I usually do my morning reading. I'll do my meditation. I'll sit quietly for, 10, 20 minutes. Just think about the day ahead. Sometimes it goes deeper than that, and I think about the things I've done in the past, but I try not to let that stuff be the main focus of it. I don't want to focus on the damage I've done. There's a time and a place for that. It's in the steps. So when that time comes, then I'll worry about it. But until then, all I have to worry about right now is not using today and trying to spread the message to other people. Them are my only goals right now in life is just staying clean and helping other people stay clean. Everything else gets pushed to the side. It can wait because if I'm not clean, I'm useless to everybody. I'm no good to even myself. So when you wake up in the morning, try to at least set aside 10 minutes. I mean, I know everybody's busy, everybody's different, but it doesn't take that long to read a few paragraphs. If you're in AA, I think it's 85, 86, and 87, or it might be 86, 87, and 88. Read them pages. If it's NA, just, read something out. Just read something recovery related. A Grapevine article, something, the Just for Today reading, the daily reflections, just something that's recovery related. Whatever step you might be working on at the moment, work on your fourth step a little bit if that's where you're at, think about who you're going to tell your fifth step to, you should do this at night, but I also do it in the morning, and I think, sometimes I forget, like at night I'll think about the day that was before me, you know, who did I wrong? What did I do wrong? What way can I fix it? In the morning I remind myself of that again, and I remind myself to right the wrongs I'd made before, because as addicts we tend to forget them things. So, um, just basically keep your mind recovery focused. And I wanted to add a little bit on about triggers. Triggers will sneak up on you, and a trigger can be anything. Like it could be, just my biggest trigger is complacency. It's definitely complacency. I may not use, but my brain starts thinking like an addict again. I start getting crazy thoughts, feeling sorry for myself, thinking, oh, I'm just a waste of air, blah, blah. I mean, I don't have to tell you guys. You guys probably have had similar thoughts, if not almost identical thoughts. But we are worth it, and don't forget that. Don't let people goad you into believing that you're useless. You've done things wrong, yes. You've done things that are horrible. I've stole, I've lied, I've cheated. I've done things that I'm not proud of at all. But dwelling on them things is not changing nothing. And saying I'm sorry isn't changing nothing. So the only thing I can do is change my actions. And actions speak louder than words. It's a program of actions. I know everybody always is, focusing on the prayer part of it, the prayer part of it, the prayer part of it. Well, you can pray all day and it doesn't do a bit of good unless you throw some action in with it. I know many, many people that rely on God alone, just their higher power alone. I'm not making fun of anybody. Whatever your higher power is fine. It just has to be bigger than you. That's all that matters. But that alone is not going to keep you sober, or else there wouldn't be so many alcoholic priests or preachers or pastors or, religious zealots. Praying alone doesn't do anything. You need to get into the program, do the action, and figure out what the underlying problem is, because all of us have an underlying problem. And I heard something yesterday that really blew my mind, and it made me think. I used to think that my goal every day was to get high. That wasn't my goal every day. I mean, in a way it was my goal, but my goal was to not hurt every day. I didn't want to be sick every day. So that's what makes you do things that a normal person wouldn't do. You throw morals out the windows. You'll pretty much do, when you're in the depths of active addiction, you are not the same person you are normally. I mean, yes, you are the same person. You're still responsible for the things you've done. I'm not justifying or rationalizing the things I've done. I'm just saying that it makes me make decisions I wouldn't normally make, clean and sober. I would never, I would never attempt to rob a drug dealer in Chicago. I mean, that's fucking insanity. I mean, I could have got killed, or I wouldn't, I wouldn't have done most any of the things I done, and wind up in some of the most insane places, a white boy from a small town in the Midwest, like in Peoria or Chicago, in these crazy ass trap houses that I'm just like, and once you're you don't even really think nothing of it. You're so far gone that it becomes normal, and you're like. I mean, and now that I look back, I'm like, that was fucking insane, So, in the morning, get up, do a little bit of reading, get your mind focused on recovery, and remember, you are worth it. And if you do relapse, don't turn it into a 4 or 5 year relapse. It's only one day you've thrown away. All of us only have the same amount of time. Some of us have more 24 hours than other people, but the bottom line is we all only have 24 hours. So when people are like, oh, I threw 5 years away or I threw 10 years away, no, you threw 1 day away. That's it. You didn't forget everything you've learned. You threw 24 hours away. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Get back, be honest, tell your sponsor, tell on yourself. That's the biggest thing, is telling on yourself. Addicts like to hide things. So tell on yourself and get right back on that horse. And I don't mean heroin. I mean get back on the horse, the program, and get busy. I love all you Hope Fiends, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you have any ideas for videos, or if you're struggling with anything, please leave it in the comments below. If you want to hear anything in particular, leave it in the comments below. And if you wanna talk to me in any way, you can find me, you can email me at unholymole762@gmail.com. You can reach me on Twitter at, I believe it's, hold on a second. I'll come back to you on that one. I'm not sure. If you look up Unholy Mole on Twitter, you should be able to find me, though. And obviously, leave a comment in the comment section, and I will get back to you. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and try not to melt. It's ungodly hot here today. It's supposed to be like 95 degrees, I believe, with like 80% humidity. So it's fucking like hell outside. So everybody stay cool and stay clean. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.